Spaceplane reaches speed of over 1,100 kilometers per hour. The Mk-2 rocket-powered spaceplane achieved subsonic speeds and climbed to an altitude of 15,000 meters in its latest test flight. Dawn Aerospace, a spaceflight startup with offices in the Netherlands, New Zealand, and the US, has made significant strides in developing a highly reusable spaceplane, interesting engineering reported on August 12. In its most recent test in July as part of Campaign 2.2, the unmanned Mach spaceplane with a rocket engine reached a subsonic speed of Mach 0.92, around 1,136 kilometers per hour, and an altitude of 15,000 meters. This represents a threefold increase in speed and 5 times the altitude compared to previous tests. When Campaign 2-3 begins in September, the Mach 2's goal will be to achieve supersonic speeds for the first time. The long-term objective is for the spaceplane to climb faster than an F-15 fighter jet, exceed the speed of the SR-71 Blackbird reconnaissance plane, and become the first vehicle to fly above 100 kilometers twice in a single day. Dawn Aerospace's approach is similar to NASA's X-15 program from the 1950s and 1960s. Essentially, it involves developing a spaceplane step by step, starting with a conventional aircraft, then gradually improving performance and adding more advanced components in each phase. Throughout this process, the spaceplane will take off and land on a runway, much like a traditional aircraft. Campaign 2-2 successfully met its objectives across 3 flights. Campaign 2-3 will introduce the Mach 2A, a new spaceplane prototype designed not only to fly at supersonic speeds, but also to validate the design within flight limits. This will set the stage for developing the Mach 1B, which is expected to feature a 10% increase in thrust and a 30% increase in total impulse compared to earlier versions. The ultimate goal is to create a spaceplane that combines the performance of a rocket's first stage with the predictability and rapid turnaround time of a traditional aircraft. To achieve this, Dawn Aerospace plans to develop a rocket engine with the reliability of a jet engine for spaceflight. In the future, the spaceplane could transport cargo into space multiple times a day. I look forward to launching the first payloads to medium altitudes with the Mach 2A by the end of this year, and even more with the Mach 2B in 2025 and 2026. Commercial interest will help drive decisions on developing the next vehicle, said Stefan Powell, CEO of Dawn Aerospace.